Greetings, fellow artists. I thought it might be helpful to show you this is a commission that someone gave me, and the commission is that these are chunks of some historic tree which she has saved, and she wants a painting of the Suwannee River on these two pieces of whatever to give to perhaps a historic person. Anyway, she's going to give it away, and the time is short, and I just thought I'd tell you, you see these are pretty rough. They're cut with a chainsaw, but we can still deal with them. But I always like wood. Now, if you're going to paint on wood, this kind of wood especially, you're going to put down, you might think this is gesso. We're going to put down like a background, but we're going to leave some of the wood showing because the wood's pretty, right? So we're going to put down a background because the wood sucks up the paint. But that will be like a barrier so that I have something to paint on. It's a little rough, but it's okay. The Suwannee River is rough too. It's not going to be hard for me to paint the Suwannee River, I don't believe, because I can look right out my window and see it. So here we go. We're going to do two things, and we're going to do the usual thing, which is what I always do, is what am I going to put on this thing? Let's see, we're going to put a river, and we're going to... So I'm going to get myself a little road map, and it's going to be trees. There's going to be trees here, of course, because that actually is what it looks like. And this is a sandbank because it's Florida, and it's kind of a sandy river. And there's going to be some branches coming down here, vines or something, because that happens too. And then we're going to have a palmetto, which is palm that grows short out of the ground right there. And we're going to have some other junk. And the thing I got to remember is, here's my sky, of course, here's my trees, here's my sand, is that everything that I draw up here or paint up here is going to be reflected in the water. So we're going to have sky in the water, and we're going to have the trees in the water. Not exactly like a mirror, because, you know, the river's flowing, maybe the wind's blowing a little bit. But anyway, we're going to have some foliage, and that's going to be fine. And I will be back later. By the way, I don't buy gesso. I'm very, very frugal. Gesso basically is acrylic paint mixed with talcum powder. You can make your own. Watch. This will work, okay? I'll be back later with the result. Greetings, fellow artists. Yesterday I was showing that I had a commission, and it was on some hunk of wood that had been chainsawed off of something. And I told you that I started with white paint because this old wood will, of course, suck up all your paint, make everything darker. So I started with white paint. They wanted on these hunks of logs the Suwannee River. Suwannee River is right outside my window, and this is pretty much what it looks like. It's a tea-colored river running through the jungle. It's a little mysterious and scary, but there's lots of vegetation because it's jungly, and it, you know. So this was the one that was this shape, and of course, if you're gonna work with a chunk of anything like this, you're gonna have to work with the shape. So basically, we got our river on there. We got that part of the commission done. This was the other one. Whoops, maybe I should move this one so it's heavy. Hang on. Funny if I dropped it and it broke now, wouldn't it? No, it wouldn't be funny. This is the other one. I'm going to try to move this a little closer. And it is where the Suwannee River kind of bends around the corner. And we have these big live oak trees that like hang over, and then moss hangs down, and, you know, jungly stuff. So anyway, this is it. And I will, at some point, do a little quickie and a few art tricks about how to paint a river scene, or at least the river I live on. I kind of like rivers that are clear and run over rocks and have trout in them, but this is the river I live on, and I'll show you a few tricks about that if anybody's interested. All right, y'all have a good day.